And the winner is Caitlin Clark, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
I'm going to accept this award on behalf of her.
It's a nice accessory for you in the meantime.
Thank you very much.
Suddenly, the torch has been officially handed. Ladies and gentlemen, Caitlin Clark has been selected by the esteemed ESPYs as the WNBA Player of the Year. She is transforming the sport as a whole, not just taking home accolades. Even if she isn't there in person to accept the honor, her presence is felt everywhere.
A wonderful day it is to wake up, and Caitlin Clark is the WNBA Player of the Year, awarded by the ESPYs. You know why? Because the god Caitlin Clark is the face of the league.
The fans, cameras, and lights. This is her time. Caitlin, a rookie who rose to fame, has redefined greatness in a dynasty that is in disarray. The writing is on the wall for the Las Vegas Aces, who have dropped to an alarming 11-11 record. Clark's ascent is causing A'ja Wilson's rule to fall apart. It's not merely symbolic either. To receive this honor, Clark outperformed the WNBA's founding members. Napheesa Collier, Wilson, and Breanna Stewart were all contenders. However, Clark's name was called. No tricks, no superior honors that haven't been truly distinguished in years. Caitlin Clark is now the owner of the ESPYs, the diamond in the crown of sports fame. As Clark rises, A'ja Wilson, the previous WNBA queen, is now observing from the background. The Aces have lost their dominance. They're trying to stay relevant. They have transformed from a dominant force to a side struggling to stay afloat. Additionally, the league itself is changing its allegiance as their dominion disintegrates. These days, it's more than simply numbers. Impact is the key.
Has officially won the ESPY for Best WNBA Player. The WNBA Player of the Year goes to Caitlin Clark. Congrats to CC for winning the ESPY. Well deserved. Would you guys like to know who she beat out?
Not only did Clark receive this honor, but she also made it significant. Let's not misunderstand. Wilson continues to rule on his own. Each game, she scores 22.3 points, pulls down 9.2 rebounds, and blocks 2.4. However, it isn't resulting in victories. It's all about context. Her genius is overshadowed by the failure of her team. She had won a championship 2 years prior. She is now a warning story. Clark, however, is doing something that has never been done before. Maya Moore, Candace Parker, and Diana Taurasi. They had amazing careers and great names, but they didn't go beyond sports. They didn't control prime time slots or distribute goods globally. What a phenomena Clark is. The WNBA experienced sluggish growth in its first 5 years, but Caitlin Clark has brought the league out of the shadows and into the public eye. She is a movement in addition to being a fantastic player. She is breaking more than 60 rookie records that have been set. All WNBA All-Star selection for the first team. A cultural revolution combined with a walking headline. Additionally, her team has transformed from inconsequential to competitive. At 12-11, the Indiana Fever are vying for a postseason berth for the first time in almost 10 years. Her presence alters everything, even when she is not on the floor. Without her, they took home the Commissioner Cup. Without a doubt, though, Clark was the one who led them there. She is statistically excellent with her 16.5 points, 5 rebounds, and 8.8 assists per game. She has an extraordinary basketball IQ. She makes everyone around her feel better. Let's deal with the noise, though. The belief that Clark is overrated is still held by some. Those who blame her shooting slump or assert that Aaliyah Boston or Kelsey Mitchell are superior athletes. Those who wish to minimize her to a white player are overhyped.
You guys like to know who lost to Caitlin Clark? This ain't no BET. All right. My bad. You know how y'all get. I can't even say no jokey jokes, man. Dang. Caitlin Clark officially won the ESPY versus the other nominees she beat out.
Let's be honest. Analysis is not that. Desperation is what that is. This is something Clark deserved. All of it. Her influence is indisputable from a statistical and cultural standpoint. The sportsbooks are also aware of it. All year long, she has been a leading contender for MVP. Her chances of winning MVP remained higher than Wilson's, despite her injury. Consider that. Even a rookie who misses time is worth more than a 3-time MVP who is at the top of her game. Talent isn't the cause of the disparity. Relevance is key. Even though Kalia is now in the lead for MVP, Clark is not far behind. She's hardly a footnote, Wilson. You would have to be insane to wager on her, because her odds are so poor. What does Wilson perceive when she surveys the remnants of her dynasty? A roster that has been gutted. I saw Kelsey Plum at the Sparks. Jewel Lloyd, who has been a total misfit in Becky Hammond's system, is back. There is no longer any chemistry. The power is no longer there. There's no longer any depth. Important members like Alicia Clark and Tiffany Hayes have departed, and no one has stepped up to take their place.
Nobody has brought more attention to this league than Caitlin Clark. Nobody has brought more viewership to this league than Caitlin Clark. Nobody has done such a service bringing them out of the basement and into the mainstream other than Caitlin Clark. Yeah.
Wilson is left to bear the burden, and the strain is causing her to break. Both on and off the court, the fissures are evident. Wilson has vented her annoyance in public by attacking officials, criticizing colleagues, and interrogating coaches in a way that betrays desperation. She attacked her team about effort and professionalism at halftime of one defeat. Once a genius on the sidelines, Becky Hammond appears to be lost. Her formerly innovative system seems stale and antiquated. This squad is being humiliated in addition to losing. The Aces lost against the Fever by scoring just 54 points. They had a 26.2% field goal percentage, 2% for trash effort, trash defense, and trash offense. In every way, they were outplayed, outmuscled, and outhustled. The eye test is validated by the numbers. Las Vegas ranks 10th in terms of rebounds, 9th in terms of defense, 9th in terms of scoring, and last in terms of fast break points. There has been a collapse, a complete breakdown.
Name. Candace Parker, she was a name. Maya Moore, she was a name. But they were just all big names in the WNBA. They didn't transcend the sport. They didn't, oh my goodness.
Candace Parker was a real person. Her name was Maya Moore. However, they were all well-known WNBA players. They didn't go beyond sports. They didn't. Oh my God. We received
A'ja Wilson and Breanna Stewart. You know what's ironic about this? Is that the players ranked her 9th best guard in the W. But whoever is voting...
What does AJ Wilson do now? Although they no longer glow as brightly as they once did, the numbers are still sparkling. The league currently operates under new guidelines. This is no longer 2022 or 2023. Influence, impact, and whether or not fans care when you take the floor are more important factors than just stats. At that point, Wilson is left in the dust by Caitlin Clark. She's not merely a crowd pleaser. She makes things happen. Every Fever match is worth seeing. The cost of tickets is outrageous. She returns to Iowa to play Brazil in the preseason. On average, visitors spent $670 just to see an exhibition. Cultural power is that. Dominance is that. Leagues can be turned around by that kind of attraction. Wilson and the Aces, meanwhile, are having trouble packing their own stadium. It's not simply a downer. It's a death blow when your best player leads the league in blocks but is unable to energize a local fan base. Clark transforms her squad when she is on the floor.
For the ESPYs, says that she's a better player overall. I think we all know there's one player in that group of nominees that's not too happy about this shit. But congrats.
Wilson's presence serves as a reminder of the past. That is the distinction. The league has changed course as a result. Games are not the only thing the Fever are winning. The future is in their hands. The media also notices it. Clark is featured in every headline, advertisement, and viral event. She is more than a mere athlete. The product is her. She is now the focal point of the WNBA's whole marketing strategy. They make no effort to conceal it.
They're not required to.
The league listened to what the fans had to say. Caitlin is finally in her league. And it's okay if that hurts some people. Evolution functions in this way. The new stars emerge while the old ones fade. Wilson is no longer the plot, but she still possesses the abilities. The WNBA prefers youthful players. They're looking for something spectacular. Their desire is transcendent. All of that and more is Clark. The sports world has been enthralled with her path from Iowa phenom to professional game changer. Her historic run in the NCAA wasn't simply history. It was foretold. We anticipated it. We were aware that this day would come. It's here now. Let's not assume, however, that this is only a case of media hype. Clark supports this on the court. Her basketball IQ is quite high. She passed away in style. She improves her teammates. She gives coaches an air of intelligence. She increases the league's wealth. Because of her, the Indiana Fever moved from being a laughingstock to a postseason team. That type of reversal leaves a lasting impression. The A's supremacy is eroding in the meantime.
Defense was trash. There has to be some fight back. If they're going to allow that kind of physicality, my team has to step up and match that physicality.
They appear to be slow. They appear disjointed. They appear to be a team that has outlived its prime. Wilson's leadership is also starting to feel toxic, despite its intensity. The statistics are not the only thing that are declining. It's the vitality. She no longer feels like the spark. She feels like the extinguished flame. Furthermore, this goes beyond on-court action. This relates to how players relate to the game. Clark is likable. She is genuine. Her passion transcends all boundaries of gender, race, and origin. She is the role model for young girls. Basketball fans hold her in high regard. Just to watch her, casual fans tune in. Power is that. That is greatness. Despite all of her triumphs, Wilson is unable to match that. No more. And saying that is acceptable. It's acceptable to accept that time passes. Wilson's legacy will be determined by her response to this change, though.
One team is pickle and one team is not. One team is 3 steps behind and one team is not. They got all the 50-50 ball. I mean, they busted our ass in every kind of way, Michael. There's just no two bones about it. It's one of the worst games.
Will she change? Will she continue to rule on her own while also helping the younger generation? Or will she grow resentful, bitter, and even more out of the spotlight? The true question is that. Because she can no longer be saved by the statistics. The league has evolved. The stats are now different. Cultural significance, not merely peer or win shares, is now used to measure legacy. Furthermore, Caitlin Clark is inviolable in her culture. As a rookie, she set 60 records. 60. In her debut season, she was named to the WNBA's first team. She pulled a franchise from the depths. She accomplished this while bearing the burden of expectations that would have demoralized weaker players. She continued to influence the game while being hurt. She is constantly in the center of attention and a part of the story, whether it is through her media appearances or bench presence. That is what gives the league its face. This ESP award is significant because of this. It is not only a trophy. The crown is being passed in a coronation. Furthermore, this isn't about deleting history for the fans who are still holding on to the past. It's time to start a new chapter. Clark is not here to treat the legends with contempt.